Hey guys, it is what's up? It's your boy Liam, and today we are going to be talking about a thing that, or like an idea that I've come up with, and it's a really good idea. This idea is a genius idea. It's that good, and it is a AFL footy idea. Let's get into it. So, this idea is gonna. I don't know if it's gonna because I don't think it's hopefully it happens, but I don't know if it will. Hopefully AFL see my video and they're like, oh, this idea is good. So yeah. Anyway, this I want this to replace preseason footy. I want this to be more competitive than preseason footy. I know there could because obviously the reason why in preseason players don't like give it 100% because obviously they don't want to get injured, but I want this to be a couple months before the season starts, or like even a month before the season starts. So if a player does get an injury, during like if this does happen, and the idea I'm going to talk about, then they have at least a month to recover from the injury, and if they even don't, then at least they'll play like early in the season. So yeah, this idea is state of origin. Okay, so all the state teams. Obviously, that's why it's called State of Origin. So like Victoria, and then obviously that Victorian team is stacked. So you have Dangerfield, you have Jeremy Cameron, you have um, Andrew Gaff, you have um, what's his name? Jesus. Todd Goldstein, you have what's his name? You have Tom Papley, you have Darcy Moore, you have Nick Haynes, you have all these good players, and then for example for South Australia you have a All Australian this year, Tyson Stengel. You have Lockie Neal, which could have won the Brownlow, but it was Paddy Cripps obviously. Um, and then you have Brodie Grundy, which is he was injured for most of the season. Looks like he's going to go to Melbourne from Collingwood. You have where's the other? Jesus. You have Jack Graham from my favourite team, Richmond. Could play on the wing or wherever he plays from Richmond. Um, you have what is it? Jesus. Um, God. What's defense? Oh my God. I don't even know. But anyway, you get the gist of what I'm trying to say and what I want the idea to be. So yeah, and because especially like NRL, obviously they didn't do all the state teams, but had to do like Queensland versus New South Wales. It could be like that as well. So you have like um, Queensland versus New South Wales for one of the games, and yeah, and there could be like groups. So there could be like there could be just one group. There could be just like Group A and Group B, something like that, or it could just be Group A, like one group, and whoever's the two last teams, or not the last teams, whoever the the two teams that are first and second battle off in like a grand final, like State of Origin grand final. So if it is New South Wales and Queensland, they battle off in the grand final. If it is New South Wales and South Australia, they battle off in the grand final. If it's Queensland versus Western Australia, they battle off in the grand final. If it's Victorian versus New South Wales or something like that, you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that is a good idea, I reckon. And like the AFL Grand Final, how they have that badge, um, but this one will say State of Origin instead of AFL because it's a State of Origin, not. But it's still AFL, but it's State of Origin. Or it should say State of Origin AFL or AFL State of Origin 2023, and then have like the grand final under it. How they did with the AFL, how it says like AFL, then has the and then there's they put the badge where it has like the grand final 2022. How like they did that this year for the Geelong Sydney game. So yeah, that is basically it. So yeah, the state of origin teams. So like Victoria, South Australia, Queensland, New South Wales, Western Australia, all those teams have really good players. So yeah, I reckon it'll be good. A good warm up, competitive games and finals, or just final, before the AFL season next year. I reckon that'll be a good idea. Back to you, AFL. What do you think about that?